Good morning to one and all. Welcome to another edition of To The Point. Friday, the 8th day of September 2023. Good morning. I'm your host, GT. I'll be around with you until it's 10 a.m. this morning. And certainly hope everyone is doing okay this Friday morning. If you're listening Classic 105.5, good morning. Those of you via, of course, our social media platform, I would like to just let you know our social media platforms are back up. So those of you can always log in via the Facebook page. That's back up and running. The YouTube channels, yes, you could also pop in via the YouTube channels, and you can also view via GBN TV, whether it's channel 7, channel 11, or channels 20. You can also do that also. Well, folks, as I mentioned, it's Friday today. For a vast majority of us, it might be our final day of the week that we work. The final work day for most of us. There are those of us who do the entire 7 days per week, but those of you who do the Monday to Friday, probably, or Monday to Saturday. Yes, well, for me, I do the Monday to Friday, so it's the final day of work for me for this. This is my final day of work for the week, I should say. All right. Good morning. So here what we are trying into this morning, folks. It's going to be an open line this morning, which means viewers, listeners, you have the option of calling in 435-2041. I guess if you look at your screen, you'll see the numbers there, 435-2041. Give me a call. Let me know what's up with you. Lots been happening for the week thus far. For a vast majority of the youngsters back to school, there have been so much happening in the political arena. You could say that. You want to chime in on that? I certainly encourage you, feel free to do so this morning. And I'm certainly urging you, those of you calling, get to the point of what you want to say and till we move on so we can accommodate as much callers as possible. All right, so 435-2041. I'm seeing my phone line is already going, which means I have my very first caller for today. Let's go over and say good morning to the caller. Caller, good morning, welcome.
Yeah, good morning, GT, and good morning to your listeners and the viewers.
How are you doing this morning?
Good. Right. Yesterday was Africa Caribbean Day, Africa CARICOM Day, or CARICOM Africa Day. Mm-hmm. That's how you put it. And it's unfortunate that after 3 years, little is known about this effort because, unfortunately, the governments of the Caribbean and I think also Africa have not done anything to help their people to really take advantage of that day in terms of reflecting or engaging in whatever form. And for instance, yesterday I asked quite a few people, and even this morning, and nobody knew about the thing. And I'm saying something is wrong with us as a people.
Is it the lack of promotion of the particular day in particular?
Well, of course, I think the CARICOM ambassador, Kwame Jong, said that more needs to be done. But we don't need to wait until the day before, after, day before to really have a piece of news item. There's so much we can celebrate. The thing about it is that it's either though, and we have the wrong priority. In the case of Africa, Africa had the climate summit this week. You have a situation where certain leading people in Africa didn't see it fit to go. People like Tinubu of Nigeria, he prefers to go to India, to the G20, and Museveni didn't go. Museveni of Uganda. I mean, so there was only about 20, according to the news, there was only 20 African leaders at the summit, although it seemed as though it raised some fundamental point. So the whole thing about it, I'm saying is that what is important for us on both sides of the divide, or the continent, of the ocean, we don't seem to be interested in the same thing with what is happening in West Africa.
If I could chime in on you for a minute, what do you think is the reason for the lack of interest? Let me just chime in on you for a minute. What do you think is the reason for the lack of interest if there is not interest shown?
Part of it is self-hatred, we hate ourselves.
But some folks may say that's a strong word for you to use, huh?
No, I'm telling you. I'm not afraid to say that. We hate ourselves at the deepest level. And it is not so much our doing in the first instance, but we are not arresting the situation. I mean, we've been traumatized, we've been, demonized, and we carry that demonic kind of situation and trying to get purified by going to heaven. I mean, the thing about it is that we have to really, it's sad when we're celebrating the return, the reintroduction of teaching history in our school. I'm not saying that it's bad, it's good. But we have to, we should be, elevating ourselves to a higher level by deepening our understanding, engaging behind the possibility right now of doing things that didn't happen before through the internet and so on. Like yesterday, I would have thought that even GBN would have even, at a minimum, play a few songs related to that, the song by Caribbean people, Linking Africa, or at least some of the songs that are coming on board right now. And nothing like that, no mention. If you ask anybody in Grenada to name you 15 African countries, they can't tell you 15, they might tell you one or two. Hello? I want to respect you. Let me just...
I understand. I understand you a whole lot where you're coming from. I understand the passion in terms of how you feel for, being a Pan-African individual and so forth. But, some folks have just different priorities these days, how the world runs. And you may not even agree in terms of my philosophies. I don't want to share. I wish I could have that one-on-one conversation with you one of these days and maybe give you my reason why I think...
As consumers, we have a future as Africans.
Yeah, right. I understand. Anyway, man, have a good morning and thanks for your contribution. All right, thank you so much. 435-2041, 435-2041. I have my own views on that from time to time, and I don't think I should even get into that onto the point this morning. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
Now, as I've always said, it's not in my making to correct people. But when we have people who seems to be qualified, I don't even know what you mean by qualified. Now, we have qualified teacher, we have qualified mechanic. Well, what is the criteria of being a qualified person? I don't even think perhaps somebody that calls himself qualified. To me, sometimes he or she is not qualified because he's not saying the right thing. For example, I've listened to program even this morning. A qualified person said, most. What about this argument? You would look into it. Who would have learned? Tell me, is that right? And we are saying that we are qualified. I'm not saying that I'm qualified, because I'm not bragging myself. So these are things we have to look at. People who are qualified, they have a right to set example. In fact, people tend to believe that learning takes place only in the outside world. Since a baby is inside the mother's womb, he is already learning. Because sometimes you hear the mother say, baby, jump. You want tea or you want this. So it's not in the external world alone people learn. And they learn different things, but they must choose right from wrong. It depends on the environment in which they live. Then they may learn at the home what you mean by good and bad. Incidental learning is very important. According to when they look at the mother or the father, and according to what the mother tells the father, they would learn. According to what the father tells his mother, their mother, they would learn. So you have things that have been taught incidentally just by hearing or by watching. A lot of us believe when you go to school, from, as some people will say, from age 5, I want you to say, it's a damn lie. Learning begins from the very beginning. Even according to what the mother is, or the father, I don't know if that is possible, but it would have a bearing on the learning capacity of the child. Now, I born from maybe parents that have poor mental capacity, if that is true. Yet for all, I consider myself reasonably learned.
So, Cole, I want you to take another 10 seconds and wrap up, please, because I'm...
All right, that's all I have to say.
Thank you so much.
I want to tell you, people who are qualified to be very careful as to what they are saying and try to use words in relation to auxiliary verbs and what have not.
All right.
I don't even know what you mean by auxiliary.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Kola. Thank you so much. And how you speak seems that you are qualified. Anyway, good morning to you. Kola, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Telesford.
Good morning to you, sir.
Trust that all is well with you, sir.
Yes, I am.
Listen, pop up your ears for what I shall talk about this morning. Mr. Telesford, I have a couple of them on top very well, 72 of them. And I have indeed lived, worked very hard. I didn't accumulate wealth. But at least I learned in the process, and being a mechanic teaches a lot of things. Logic. Mr. Telesford, one of the things that I learned very early in school when I started to do mathematics and otherwise, I remember the teacher and everything. I seen the man, because today I see even clearer. But let's not waste time on that. Mr. Telesford, I learned back then that even you wanted to do, they used to talk then mostly in imperial measurement, 3/16 whole. In other words, the circumference of a circle with a diameter 3/16. Or you want to measure the globe. The value of pi never changes. Never changes. If we change the value of pi, and you know what pi is, huh? I'm talking about here, not the pie that you prepare in the kitchen. You know what I'm talking about, by the way? Huh?
Yes, I do. I understand what you're talking
Yes.
about. Go right ahead.
22/7, 3.142. I think thereabout. It never changes regardless of the size of the spiral circle. We have changed the value of pi. So we accept poor standards. We fell to poor standards, we maintain it, and we feel that it is cool. No, Mr. Telesford. We have to begin to understand that as the time advances, so should our prowess, our capacity to advance move. And when I speak of advance, I don't speak of buying a big house and living in a big yard, as I'm told, and so on. I can't see because I don't know even the big house or the fancy car. No, I'm talking about the human development of the country and the capacity of the people to express themselves properly, to learn how to learn and to advance so that the country can advance. Take a look at it. With all the money that's circulating in Grenada today, brothers and sisters, take a look at it. How much advance is our people as a people? We don't even know our history. We can't even speak well. I thought I'd make that first volley, but to round up my conversation, or my input this morning, Mr. Telesford, I want to speak of a news item I heard yesterday evening. There we go again, the Minister for MIT, whatever that means. Mobilization, I don't know what he mobilizes. Implementation, I don't know what he implements, or what he can really implement. And don't talk about transformation because that is just a perception. Because as far as I know, transformation is a physical end product, that which you can see. So for me, that this thing, and it's been a waste of time for me. You see, but I want to concentrate on some statements the individual made related to the Molyneux project. Brothers and sisters, open your eyes and see what we should be constructing a system or reconstructing the system to bring greater efficiency in the ministry so that the ministries can do the appropriate work that they've been hired to. The system has been designed to enhance the quality of life of the people. There we go. We invented a ministry. I just got to learn that it cost $5 million to set it up. My question is, what's the point? When only one person is being heard, and a person who is not even qualified to talk on engineering matters, what does this man know? No, he heard the plan has to. He gets on the radio and tells the people. I'm referring to the one honorable, so-called Honorable Andy Mitchell, not Mitchell, pardon. I can't remember, Williams. Coming to report to the Grenadian people on the Molyneux slippage project. What does he know about that? He's in ministry of whatever he calls it. Where is the people? Where are the people of the Ministry of Infrastructure? Where is the chief technical technical officer? And where are the engineers and architects and other qualified, scientifically prepared people responsible for this type of work? Why aren't these the people who come in here on radio and television and talk to the people of this country, the population, or what is being advanced or otherwise on that project and others? All he knows how to do is to go around watching the stick up a board on the Carolina and to come talking about things. He says to the people, and this is what aggravates me. Well, the plan has changed because a pipe bust. Lord have mercy, what is happening in this here country? I am saying that this ministry I continue to make is a waste of time. It's an unnecessary duplication. We are trying to find relevance for a person who is incompetent and inept. And you're spending millions of the people's money. Take a look at what's happening in this country. Supplementary budget, the highest it's ever been in this here country. More money is being spent now than ever. And very little work is being done. What do we have to show with all of this? We're wasting time and we're wasting money. We need a new approach to how this country is governed. And I suggest, and I will continue, that we reconstitute this nation as soon as possible, because the perverted nature of the colonial system on which this nation, the country is built for 15 years, the people have been living in a farce, has to change. And until we do that, nothing will change. Do you think we'll ever have project advancing and any development with these kind of idiots, as I call them, jumping around, making themselves looking nice on television? Is that how country grows? Our country grows with work and commitment and seriousness, with people, with qualified people in job to do the job as it ought to be.
Take another 10 seconds and wrap, Mr. Rollo. Take another 10 seconds.
No, I'm rapping right. I just want to throw these questions out. Take a look at what is happening in this here country and see we're wasting time, brothers and sisters, and we're wasting the people's money. Have a nice day, will you?
Thank you. Thank you so much. Hey, folks, we drew for a break. Let's take it. We're coming back with more of your calls here on To The Point. We're coming right back. Stay with us, folks.
You more chances to multiply your Playway winnings by adding Multi-X to your regular Playway bets to win up to 5 times more. Imagine winning as much as $1,200 instead of $240 with a $10 Playway bet by simply adding Multi-X. Place your Playway bets from $1 to $10 or in increments on your favorite Playway symbols or numbers. Then add the Multi-X option at the same value to win 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more, or free plays. With Multi-X, you must bet the same amount wagered on your regular Playway bets for your winnings to be multiplied. Grenadians, value your dreams and win your way as much as 5 times more with Multi-X added to Playway, and watch your money grow. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Carelessly, I was tossed out. I was considered trash. And many thought that's all I'd ever be. Some told me to give up, go back to the landfill, so that I could take 450 years to decompose. No, I dream of a different life. Of being part of something better, stronger, and more purposeful.
If given a chance, your plastic would choose to be put to more beneficial use. Choose recycling.
Welcome back, listeners and viewers of To The Point. Good morning to you once again. Welcome back. It's To The Point for today, Friday, the 8th day of September 2023, an open line edition this morning. Welcome back, our Facebook listeners and viewers. Welcome back to the program this morning. You know, we've been off the Facebook page for a wee bit, but problem been solved. And so thanks for you. And I see loads of you already chimed in via the Facebook page, and thanks for being back with us once again. Let's go to the phone line to entertain another caller. Caller, good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
I'm just calling to advise Mr. Rollo. At least I realize he usually wants to always get his point across. But one advice to you, Mr. Rollo, please. When you come and you come on the air and you have this little arrogance, be careful. because you see at times you might affect your health, your pressure or something might raise concerning the way you approach the situation at times. So just a little advice, be careful.
All right, caller, thank you so much. 435-2041, 435-2041. It's to the point, the open line edition this morning, and I'm taking your, of course, if you do have an opinion you would like to share, and I feel appealing for folks to be take some time and make your point as quick as possible instead of prolonging it at a lengthy nature, and which takes up unnecessary time. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
I just want to discuss, I tried to get in the program this morning.
Yeah, whatever device in the background is a wee bit too loud, so please lower it.
Okay, I know. Okay. I tried to get in the program with the children going back to school, and this question was on teachers and education. I want to ask one simple question. What is the main purpose of education? I know everybody have the answers to it, but I think it is to make a person or a child or an adult have a thorough understanding or knowledge of life, of what it needs to equip them with what it is to live a normal life, either in a society or in a community or whatnot. And if I may say that in India, I read someplace where the Indians don't send their children to school at this early age of 3 and 4 and 5 because it's useless. What they do, they keep them in the home, around the family, and around in the community. And as they go about, they learn what is right and what is wrong, and they ask questions. And they equip themselves. They start to equip themselves for life when they get older. And they send them to school at the age of 7 or 8. So the early years of schooling is a waste of time to them. But I guess to us, it is not waste of time. Or is it because we follow in a pattern from some other country or some other way?
But caller, if I could interject on you, would you say that we should follow the ways of the Indian as Africans ourselves? Should we follow their ways?
I point out that is how they do their things.
Yeah. Right. But are you referring that we should do it too?
No.
But you were kind of wavering the comparison in terms of you know, understand.
Well, let's put it this way. We should consider it then.
Consider it. And as you said in the upfront, that's an opinion of yours, sir.
Yeah, we don't have to adapt it, but we could consider it because, in my opinion, I don't know. I was a teacher, and I don't understand what a child at the age of 3 and 4 could really learn from a setting where other children of their same type are in. Most of the time, these children are asleep. They're not thinking clearly of what the teacher is telling them. I don't know. That's
how many years ago were you a teacher, sir?
Since 1960 something.
Would you compare that time to now in terms of how youngsters, of course, will apply themselves?
No, I wouldn't compare it, and I still don't see how much that these kids are learning. But anyway,
all right.
That is left to the teachers today, and in this day and age, in 2023, or before that, coming forward to know how they see it. But I think that education is supposed to equip you for a general knowledge and understanding of what is happening in the society, in the community that you live, and then finally in the country.
Thank you, sir, for your contribution this morning. Thank you so much. 435-2041, 435. Lots of comments via the Facebook page. I'll certainly be getting to them in a short. Let's entertain another caller. Caller, you're welcome. Good morning, to the point. Good morning to you, caller.
Hello.
Caller, good morning and welcome. Caller, you are on already, so please make your contribution quickly, please.
You see, I'm not saying that man called and make conflicting argument. Education is to fit you for life. But you have formal education, which is in the school, and you have informal education, perhaps in the outside, from since you're born, or even before you're born. This is my statement. I don't want to continue. As I've told you, and you can see, I do not know much. Maybe I learn incidentally by hearing you and others like you talk. That is my contribution. Everybody believes you when you go to school, you learn. And this is what hurts me. I learn from everybody. In fact, I'm learning how we are thinking now in Grenada. Although I'm somewhat, I just say again, I'm an old man.
All right, caller. Thank you. Thank you so much. 435-2041. 435-2041. That's the number if you want to be part of To The Point this morning. Let's go back to the phone line. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you, sir.
Now, a question about education. People seem to be mixing it up. In Latin, there are two words for to educate. Educare, educare. And education is a form of socialization, primary and secondary socialization, making sure that the individual is equipped to be a functional member of society. And another form of education is training to enable the individual to earn a living, training for employment. Now, what I call about, sorry, I don't want to take too much time. What I call about may seem sort of selfish or self-centered. We are now in the month of September, and according to the Constitution, any annual percentage increase afforded to public servants should also be afforded to government pensioners. So we are now in the month of September. Public servants have been afforded 4% increase on the salaries. Pensioners expect that too. It hasn't come till now. So I'm appealing to the government, please pay public servant the 4% increase for 2023 because I need it for supplement and for medication. Thank you.
Thank you, caller. Thank you for your contribution this morning. Let me grab some of the comments via the Facebook page this morning. We have Roderick saying, the minister did not speak about any technical aspect of the project. All he did was to give an update on the project and with the progress and the progress. So that's whatever it's saying there. I guess he's just referring to what Mr. Ruler was speaking about. Any other contribution I could tap into? With due respect to the citizen, did you come on this program and get into? Let's not continue with that. Let's go to the phone line. Caller, good morning. Welcome.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yes, the caller, not this caller, the other caller. I find Olu taking too much chances. He's taking too much chances on you. He was there already. Give somebody else a chance. And what he's talking there is bull crap.
Thank you, caller. Have a good morning. 435-2041. 435-2041. And sometimes if we want to get a level of respect, we should have it for ourselves. All right. 435-2041. 435-2041. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, good morning.
Yes, good morning to you.
Good morning to you.
Today.
How are you doing?
Quiet, you have a great day. Sometimes, just have to laugh at situations.
Yeah.
I think we're talking about education, but it seems, I think why we're having so much problem with the education is because, we're not seeing the end result. We continue to fight with each other, quarrel with each other. They will say we're educated. We don't understand that education is to fit us for life and to interact and to live harmoniously with each other. And that's why we're having a lot of problem with it, because we're not going anywhere. Every day it's the same thing. We're not uniting. We're pulling each other down. And so we have to stop this thing for us to see the value of education. What I'm saying in my day, we started to go to school in the early from 5. You couldn't send your children to school before 5 years. And to me, starting at that time, give children a better perspective of education. We had much, much brighter, sensible children, wiser children than today.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not pulling anybody down, but that's reality because of the way we behave and act today. Our people starting at school at 5 in the early days, they wasn't behaving that way at all.
But would you say youngsters are exposed to more aspects of the world and educating themselves now than before? Would you agree to that?
There's a difference in terms of information available now, but you see, in the early days, parents had a better understanding of bringing up children, and so teach them the values. But parents today are under the stress of living. They themselves cannot even help themselves, so, it's reflecting on what the children is, the behavior of the children now. But sometimes we have to stop and think. educators, leaders, we have to stop and think, where are we going? Where are you going to lead us? Could we pull back? Not going back to yesteryear, but could we slow down, think a little harder what we're doing to ourselves? 10 years, 15 years from now, where we would be. Yeah?
All right. Thank you, caller. Thank you for your contribution this morning. Thank you so much. Let me grab a comment this morning. This time it's coming from the WhatsApp. And this individual is saying, good morning, and to the management of the Duty Credit Union. They want the Connex machine in Victoria. It's been out for the last 2 months, making it very inconvenient for folks in that parish. So someone from the Duty who's responsible for that particular machine there, tell our Connex machine, have it repaired for the folks in Victoria. 2 months and more it's been out. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, you're welcome. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. How are you this morning?
I have a few. I'm blessed and highly favored. I have a few points.
Go right ahead, please.
Now, the government is responsible for taking care of the people, and these are the areas where I wish they can improve on minimum wage in terms of increase people's salary in the public sectors, in the private sectors, and also create lower cost of living and teach the people how to use money to make money. And education is important, but then sometimes you're educated, and when you're ready for the job, you still don't get paid for all the study you study. So teach the people how to be entrepreneurs, how to be businessmen, how to invest their money, because saving money is no good money. Education don't pay you well. Is teach the kids how to use money to make money. And with all the millions of dollars and donations from all over the world, the government needs to make life easier for the people in ways like free food stamps, free health care, free education, fix the roads, don't patch the roads, pave the whole road, and stop allowing foreigners to come and make deals to infrastructure the place and create building. We don't need that. We need money in the pockets of the people in this country in areas like Montu, Valley, Bronx, Cali, River Road, certain areas where you know the people kind of struggling. I know what I'm saying, brother. The government's supposed to take care of the people and make certain finances less a burden. So if you give the people free health care, free education, free pension, allow the people to be more registered to pay tax when they have their business, lower the cost of living, and increase the people's salary that they're working for in the wages in this country. Because the reason for sufferation is because the salary is not enough and the cost in the market is too high. So people are going to resort to crime, thief, begging. All kind of wrong things will start taking place in the economy. So the government is responsible is to soften the pockets of the people. And Grenadians go have a more nightlife, a more 24-hour. Everything has to close 4 and 5 and 6 o'clock in Grenada. That should not be. We should have a more longer opening hours of business places so people could have money to spend. The millions the government are getting, I think they should share a couple million to the 100,000 job we have in Grenada. Just give us some money.
All right. Caller, let me ask you something with all that you have said. If tomorrow morning we wake up and the government decides they'll be offering more money to individuals who are working and increase the minimum wage or whatever increase comes around, do you think it would make any major changes in the cost of living in Grenada?
Yes.
You think
there will be a mass flow of expenditure from people's pockets. They won't complain when time to spend the money.
But would it bring up an increase in terms of the businesses per se? They would have to increase their prices too. So what much of a difference would it make? Have you looked at it from that point of view?
No, what I'm trying to explain to you.
I get it, Paul. Caller, we've been on for a wee bit, so thank you for your contribution. Have a good morning. Yeah, but we got to move on, caller. 435-2041, 435-2041. It's to the point this morning here on Classic Radio GBN and also our social media platforms. Good morning to all who are on with us this morning. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, good morning. Welcome.
Morning, GT.
Good morning to you. I'm doing pretty good. How are you this morning?
I'm not too bright, but I'm hanging in the name of the Lord.
All right.
I just want to say something to Grand Lake people because every year they ask about the hanging over branches over the power line. And every year I call in them to cut the line over, the branches over the line where I live. They just say now the people to cut this private.
Where's your location again? Where are you located?
the power line.
Where are you located again? Where's your location? In Tempe.
Tempe people, JT. And they would not come and cut the branches. I had to pay someone to cut it. Where do I get the money to pay people to come and cut power, the line? The branches are hanging over the line. They know how to cut it. You can't just take someone and tell them go cut the branches for you over the line because they don't know what to do. Gren Lake people are the people that they say every year they're calling you.
Auntie, I hope someone from Gren Lake is listening this morning and they will come and cut the branch for you, all right?
But not only that I'm talking about, is not only that I'm talking about a little bit more.
All right.
Give me a little bit more.
Well, I can't give you a whole lot of time this morning because we are strapped for time and I'm due for a break.
I don't want too much time in your time.
Auntie, you're going to have to call me back, okay? Because I'm already due for a break. You're going to have to call me back. All right? Folks, let's be due for a break. Let's take it. And when we come back, we take more of your calls and comments here on To The Point. We're coming right back.
The biggest party in sport is back. CPL and WCPL return with more action than ever before.
Are you kidding me?
Watch the biggest names in cricket battle it out in the race for glory. Get your tickets now at cplt20.com or at the box office. Join the party. Experience cricket played louder.
Grenada's broadcast of Republic Bank CPL 2023 is made possible by Republic Bank. We're the one for you. The National Lotteries Authority, Gren Lake, and Hard On Plus.
Mr. Benjamin Winkai, then you have things like Manumos, Force Combat, you know. We have the low folder.
It is kind of like the same man, and it's just different name for the same kind of thing.
And last but not least, I just want to say to all the men who saw me, call me, and ask for a piece of cake. I'm baking this weekend.
Join us Fridays at 8 on GBN Television, K105 FM, GBN's Facebook page, and YouTube channel for We Culture.
Welcome back, listeners. Welcome back, viewers. Those of you by our social media platforms, good morning and welcome to another edition of To The Point for today, Friday, the 8th of September. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, good morning. You're welcome.
Yes, good morning, Glenn.
Hey, good morning to you.
Hello?
Good morning. Go right ahead, please.
Morning. Just one thing I want to say. For the football match you'll be having tonight, I hope the president of the Football Association will not play like what they did when they play America. I want him to play his homegrown Grenadian guys who've been practicing for a long time. Don't let the guys from outside come in. If they comes, have them on the bench. That's all I have to say, Mr. Telson, and thank you so much.
Thank you also for your contribution. 435-2041, 435-2041. That's the number you want to be on To The Point this morning here on Classic Radio and GBN TV. We back to the phone line. Good morning to your caller. Welcome.
Morning, Mr. GT. How are you today, sir?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Yeah, well, I have a lot of trippiness to say.
But don't be too lengthy, please.
Right. Well, okay. One thing I want to say is Grenada, to build Grenada and to make Grenada, bring Grenada forward, is the government and the people of Grenada. I'm going to give you some little example where we are feeling as a people and a government. Now, when you are small or whatever, and if you do something wrong and your parents tell you they're going to put you out on the street, you are afraid that they put you out on the street. If they put you out on the street, you have no way to sleep. You don't know what next going on. Now, if you look in St. George's, Grenville, okay, all the stores were in the 60s, 50s, and 70s were owned by Grenadians. Now, Grenadians are on the street, and all the buildings mostly are owned by foreigners, so they put us out on the street. You go into the hotel industry, where like the sea life, most of the money making in the sea, all the dive shops are owned by foreigners. All the big hotels business are owned by foreigners. Grenadians, we are out on the street. Look at the new cars, the amount of cars and vehicles on the road. The road is not getting smaller. The road is not getting longer. The amount of vehicle, a lot of the business people have gone. That amount of traffic is slowing down the workforce, the production of the country, because you have to take longer time to reach to work. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your contribution, caller 435-2041. I'm a little taken back when the caller did mention that they put us out. I don't think anyone actually put us out. I mean, most folks may have decided, but I'm not going to continue along with that particular business line. The particular lot was probably available. A foreigner decided he wants to set up a business. Just my opinion on that also. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, good morning. Welcome.
Hello, good morning, Mr. GT.
Good morning to you, sir.
I want some clarification, different things in regards to when you're dealing with news and application of words and the usage. I want to be corrected, if you could share with me. The word honorable, when you are to use it in news item as such, where it is applicable, is it when the news reporter is making reference to something in the Parliament House? As such, the word honorable be used at any point in time? Usually I listen to BBC News, and you will hear the BBC News say, Prime Minister Richie Sunak, Minister XYZ, whatever the name may be, President Joe Biden. They don't use the word honorable once is not in reference to some parliamentary issue. So I want to know where the word honorable ought to be used, especially when you're doing news item and its application. Another point, I have a problem with that. We are now going into the 50th anniversary of independence as such. There are certain things that we say, Crown lands. And when we usually say Crown lands, we mean that it belongs to the maybe the British government. The Governor General is responsible as such. She's the head of state. Who is responsible for giving squatters permission to own a piece of land? Is it a politician, or that permission should come from the Governor General, seeing that she is the representative, or you may say, owner for Crown lands? And also, what I would like to hear in the Tune speech and in going forward, that is why I will support a republic state. If you're saying His Majesty Prison, His Majesty Courthouse, I would like to hear the expenditure for the maintenance of the prison, the courthouse, what His Majesty is contributing towards the maintenance. If something belongs to you, we must be able to hear from the Governor General in the Tune speech or whatever, which will be done very soon, as to what is the contribution towards those things that is owned by the Crown when coming to maintenance. Look, we have the parliamentary building that was destroyed during Hurricane Ivan, and you haven't heard the British Empire give 1 cent to its reconstruction. So then how you telling me of a Governor General and she representing the Crown as such? So let's get that straight. Who give permission to Crown lands and the word honorable, where it is applicable and when it must be used, especially to those news presenters? I want clarification, please.
Certainly hope we could get those answers for you, caller. Certainly hope we could get those answers for you soon. 435-2041, 435-2041. We have 13 minutes moving on before the top 10. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, good morning. You're welcome.
Hi, good morning to you.
Good morning to you, sir.
the last call, I'd like to let him know that most of the references to the Queen and the Crown and all this things are just ceremonial. Those things don't carry any weight in our country. People don't make any decision. Nothing is owned by them. These are just ceremonial titles, and so we are in charge. We are fully, we have internal and external self-governance. So we're waiting on them to do things for us. They will never be done. We have to do them ourselves. There was an earlier caller who spoke about government giving people more money and putting more money in the country. Everybody must work on their own, and the self-employed are usually the ones who do not get registered. They don't pay taxes, but yet they should have money, fix all the roads, don't patch them, put more money in people's pockets. You know, the biggest contribution to the sufferation, he referred to earlier on, is men who don't mind the kids. The other children, some people don't like hearing what kids are, they don't know where both of the words originated from. The people who don't mind the children, that's the main problem. That's the main source of sufferation. Go from village to village and look at the people who are destitute, the children who don't have any bus fare, they don't have uniform, they don't have things in their lunch kit, children who are abandoned by fathers. And if only we find a way, we crack the code for getting men to stand up and mind their children, and 90% of the children who are suffering in this country would no longer be suffering. Giving them more money and opening 24 hours a day, giving them more opportunities to drink and to party, doesn't help this poor, destitute, sufferation children, as they want to describe them. Now, one other quick word on the matter of everybody must be a business person. It's very good if you can find a trade or a skill that you can work in. But that's part of our problem in Grenada. Everybody wants to be their own business person. Nobody wants to be part of a firm, a big company, where they can be a technical person, where they can offer professional services. A guy starts working in a body workshop or a mechanic garage, and as he learns to punk to piece of pan, as the people say, he wants to open his own. So we have a lot of small people. They're too small to survive on their own. They don't have skills. They don't have the resources to buy the equipment to do things right. That's the reason why when we want to do a major civil project in our country, infrastructure project, we have to go outside. Because most of our tradesmen, once they feel they can put four corners together, they want to be their own contractor. So we don't have very large construction companies where somebody could be an architect, you have 3 engineers and specialists. So it's a two-edged sword. This thing about everybody wanting to be their own boss and want to be an entrepreneur, it is good to a point, but it is also a hindrance to national development in a holistic way. Some of us have to study, try to be skilled in a certain area, and provide services that the country needs that would not be provided by small men here hustling and things of this sort. All of us want to be hustlers. When we speak of people being business people, most of it we really mean being hustlers. And no country can develop economically with a population of hustlers.
All right.
That's my contribution.
Thank you, caller. Thank you, caller. Thank you so much for your contribution this morning. And you certainly made some pertinent points there. Certainly, folks may understand where you're coming from. 435-2041. Caller, good morning. Welcome.
Hey, good morning, brother.
Good morning to you.
Cousin, brother, you're taking long, man. But my point is that, brother, you know, people always say, well, you're buying too much stuff from people who are passing on the side of the road. I'm like, nah, I just can't see somebody passing with, you know, melon or cucumber or whatever, right? Because sometimes, you know, I'm normally going to farm with a brother of mine and help him in my. So I understand the hard work that farmers go through. Really hard work. Farmers are bending their back and their heart. It's not easy, brother. It's not an easy thing. I'm telling you. I myself, I read livestock, so I know the trouble. So when the government giving out tillers and this and that, this government should understand. You give that to real. When I say real farmers, people that planting peas, corn and peas, now and then. Talk to people that is on a farm that producing vegetables and producing it for the country on a normal basis. The extension officers must know who are those real farmers. So you're supposed to use the extension officers and find out who is real farmers. And I think the government made a mistake there. They give those tillers on them. They give up people that, I don't know if it's their friends, I don't know if it's their partner, I don't know if it's what. But most of the real farmers, they don't get.
All right.
And I find something is wrong with that. You cannot be talking farming and picking sides. It doesn't work like that. Let us just help those people that is bending their back in the hot sun. Right? You have brothers right now in the hot sun. We speak right now in the hot sun, planting and doing this stuff right now, and they are real farmers. You get a man who planting peas by the side of the road, a tiller. The man who do short crop, he do not just planting peas on seasonal. You call that you helping out farmers? Come on, bro. This is not right. Use the extension officers. They know who are the real farmers, and give the equipment to the real farmers so they can produce and help out this country so we can move further and further and further. Have a nice day, brother.
Thank you, caller. Thank you for your contribution as always. Let's take some comments this morning. Let's go to the WhatsApp. And this individual is saying, I would like to know why boats are lying across the walkway on the Grandance Beach. And not only is it on the walkway, but it's tied to a tree. To walk in the air, you have to jump over a rope. Walk in the water. Would someone look into this? I guess someone is talking about a boat on the Grandance Beach. And let's try and see if I could grab another comment from the Facebook page this morning. We have Renisha is saying, farmers come like the poor and vulnerable. They want everything for free, like they don't sell their products. Let's go to the phone line. Caller, good morning. Welcome. Caller, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
Yes. I heard a statement by the Minister of Implementation and Mobilization on radio recently regarding the Molineux project. And I was a little bit intrigued when I heard him say that the project would be completed by January of next year. January of 2024. I said to myself, that's just about 3 or so months away, and I'm waiting anxiously to see the truth of that statement. I have my doubts. Thank you.
Thank you, caller. Thank you so much. 435-2041. 5 minutes left before we take a wrap for today's program. To the point here on Classic Radio and GBN TV. We go back to the phone line. Caller, you're live. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning to you.
To all. Yes, I just have burning issue concerning vehicles parking on the side of the road. I'm speaking specifically concerning Boca Development to be exact. Now, I'm not having a problem with the amount of vehicles that the individual might have. That's not the issue. The issue is when you have such amount of vehicles, with no way to park it per se. So you alone have like 6-7 vehicles lined up on the side of the road. It's a very narrow road. Now, if there is a fire in any of the houses, on any of the houses, we cannot have a fire truck or an ambulance get there with the speed that they may be traveling. I just think it's unfair. It's unfair to the other people that is using, the road users that is using that place. For one person to have a whole line of vehicle packed both sides of the road. Now you're coming down the hill, there is vehicle down the hill, on the side of the road on the hill. Then you go on the other side, there is vehicle as well. Plus there is vehicle parked in the yard. I'm saying this is wrong, and I'm asking the authorities to do something about it. I'm talking about Boca Development in Reedy. Thank you very much.
Thank you, caller. Thank you for your contribution. 435-2041. 3 minutes left before we wrap this morning. Good morning to you, caller. Welcome.
Hi, good morning. I'll be quick because I know it's almost over. The reason I called earlier, there was a point on education, and I wanted to comment as someone in the education system right now.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to say that it would be much easier if education is provided in a way not I mean, yes, universal education is great. However, I think it would be more practical for Grenadians to benefit on skill-based education. So, for example, let's say TAMCC has various vocational opportunities, and the government of Grenada could collaborate with organizations such as TAMCC to perhaps push different curriculums that are in need in Grenada, which would better benefit the workflow and the work output of Grenadian citizens and have better educational development. Because, yes, education is important, but it's as important if there are needed jobs. And that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your contribution this morning. 2 minutes moving out before 10 o'clock, which means we probably could accommodate one more caller on the program this morning. Caller, good morning. Welcome.
Yeah, morning, GT again. I just want to support some of the callers, especially the caller that talk about we are being put out on the street. I think we put out ourselves on the street instead. And because of the tendency to ghettoize our mind, we have been moving toward a ghettoized society for a long time now. So indeed, I like the image you create. And before too long, we might be thrown in the sea. So the other thing about it, in terms of education, I think that you should try and have, just as you have in relation on a Monday with the disaster stuff.
Yes, Mr. McIntyre.
Yeah, you could have something on education too, because I mean it's very important. We have misconception of education. We destroy children's mind from the start, and wonder what is happening, because there's a difference between instruction and learning. Anybody could learn to be an instructor, but not everybody could educate other people, because education comes from within. You have to learn how to help people to bring out what's in them, the innate potential and talent in them. Thank you.
Thank you, caller. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's why I want to thank all who contributed to today's program, whether you call in, you listened, you viewed. Thank you so much for being part of To The Point this morning. Welcome back to those of you via our Facebook page. Snowy, we're off for a wee bit, but we're back up and running right now. Loads of you chimed in this morning. Didn't get to read all of the comments. Certainly we'll do that as for probably next week when more time is permitted to do so. Once again, thanks all who contributed some way or the other. Have yourself a great day, and all the best for the weekend to come. See you. Goodbye.